Oh, your little one jumped straight in there.
Yeah, he's on a mission right now.
Oh, mate, do you know what? I think all three of us have been there, mate. So don't worry about it.
Danny, where's your uniform, mate?
Well, I told you, mine hasn't arrived yet, so
that's bullshit.
Yours,
that's bullshit.
Must have arrived at yours, maybe, but not mine.
Danny, don't lie. You've put it up behind you. Look.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
let me go get
Danny.
Let me go get him. I'll be right back. Hold on one second.
Right, no swearing. No swearing, Danny.
Right, I'm just going to drop off.
Right, while he's getting the kid, I'm playing. Learn this tonight.
I can tell.
He hasn't stopped playing it behind the scenes, has he, Dana?
No.
My name's Huss. And I'm a kid's coming in till I can't finish the sentence. Sounds very like you're on holiday. It's great at first, and then the guys that come round your table when you're eating doing it, then they really start to annoy you.
Short.
Yeah, and that's when you lose all your listeners.
All right, there was a bit of a jelly emergency there, but I think the crisis is averted.
Oh, mate, fair play to you. What I'm finding as well, because obviously we're all working from home at the moment. I'm now seeing sort of like some of our consultants, like their kids are doing cartwheels in the back of them while we're having like live video conferences, and we're like, do you know what? Yeah. We're all in the same situation. We're all relaxed about it. It's all cool.
Yeah, it's a trip because I'm actually not working from home right now. I work in the field. I'm in the plumbing industry. So I'm going to emergency plumbing calls. You know, people are cooped up at home and their lines are blocked up, and I'm one of the guys that comes out and figures out how to clear it, or slab leak, or whatever plumbing emergency that you may have. And man, it's weird working right now.
Yeah, I guess
it's strange.
You go to their houses and they're like, don't cough. You dare cough. Like,
yeah, full booties, gloves, face masks, full 9 yards. In general, when we need to do repairs, people are leaving now and just like sitting in their car until we're done. Like, it's a trip.
It wasn't quite that bad at my work, but we work in people's houses as well, and literally be like, normally we go upstairs and we'd install the stuff. They were literally, just leave it in the porch, leave it downstairs. That's fine. It's great because I don't have to do the work. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Do you know what though, Hoss? I mean, it's quite mad, really. And just before we come on live, I thought between the three of us, we're experiencing lots of effects from what we're going through in all different ways. You've been sent home from work, Hoss, and you're a driver. Danny, self-employed. He's got all the worries of not having any work. You know, I work for a big company, and I'm going through different worries of sort of like closing down sites and having to lay people off. And you know, between the three of us, I think we're experiencing every sort of like emotion that there is out there at the moment. And I don't know how things are over there with you, Brandon, at the moment. Like you say, it's
batshit crazy. Freaking nuts. That's nothing's normal. It's not.
I'm all right because I've got tissues. So if any of us need a shit tonight, I've got them. The sound.
There you go. See, that's what I'm waiting for, is everybody around toilet paper and the napkins to start going down the drain so I can get busy again and get out there. You know, like, people are going to be putting some weird stuff down the drain here in about a week, and I'm going to get slammed. Watch.
Flannels and towels.
Yeah.
Fishing them out.
So I believe you're going to go to work soon. So let's get on with the show and all the
100%. Yeah.
So where do you want to start, mate? You've got a really cool collection. So.
All right, cool. Well, right now I'm kind of dead in that funky spot in breeding season where you second guess yourself right before everything happens. So it's like, okay, the males are done pairing pretty much. And I'm just staring at the females like, are you gravid? Yes. And then the next day I'm like, you're not gravid. And then maybe you are gravid. And then I guess you're not. And it's just this back and forth. I think every breeder knows exactly what the hell I'm talking about right now. So I'm in that funny, awkward stage where I have absolutely no idea how this is going to go.
So unless you're Dave Howard, and then he just doesn't care, and they all breed anyway.
Right.
He just like, I'm not that fussed, and I know what'll happen, and they all do as well.
He's honestly, that bloke's a witcher. There's no other explanation. The bloke is a witcher.
I think he needs a bit more credit than that. He goes out and he sees exactly what they're doing in the wild, and he creates a few little things, that's happening in the wild that he thinks are key drivers for him to breed and to be successful.
Definitely. Okay, so a question's coming from Tim Noble. So what's the weirdest thing you found down the drain?
Fire truck. Hot Wheels fire truck. A fire truck. A little Hot Wheels fire truck. And I do camera inspection, so I camera the drains, right? And I was in like this apartment complex thing, and I'm cameraing from a roof vent because that's how I had to get into the line. And all of a sudden, here's this shiny red fire truck, just perfectly, just like right in the middle of the line, like ready to go. So I'm pushing it with my camera, and the fire truck's going on down the drain. It had to have been the most hilarious sewer inspection video I've done. Now, one of the most screwed up things. Oh yeah, I've seen two things that were super screwed up, like really bad. It was one guy, I don't know who did it. There was a to-go cup filled with concrete that somebody put down a clean out that had to get clearly somebody was pissed. And then there was one time in new construction, I don't know what these people did to their plumber, but dude, there was a 2x4 stuck in a line that was right underneath like beautiful driveway, asphalt, whole 9 yards. There's no other way to explain it other than that someone put the 2x4 into the pipe and then put it in the ground on purpose.
The client obviously pissed them right off.
Yes. So some weird shit. Yeah, for sure. Let's see, snakes. This guy's cool. I made this guy easily accessible just so that I could grab him. Let's see how well he wants to cooperate with my headphones. But
oh, nice.
This is probably the coolest scrub python ever. This is the dude. Sir Dude. My male. Yeah, he's my male patternless southern scrub. He is the sire to the scrub clutch I produced a little bit back. And hopefully the female's gravid again. So he should have some more babies coming this year. But, I mean, talk about just a difference in attitude. My female will absolutely slay you. She is not nice. One of the meanest scrubs I've ever met. And this one's probably the coolest scrub that I've ever met. And it's
really active as well. Like, nice to, like, running through your hands, but absolutely fine. Not curled up in a defensive way or anything. Just
I trust him around my head. I trust to grab him. I don't really use a hook for him. I mean, this is a chill snake, dude. And I have 7 scrubs. I promise they're not all this cool, not even close. But this guy, he's just an ambassador, so to speak. So whenever I have new people over that maybe haven't seen a scrub python before or know what they're about, this is the one that always comes out to say hello. Yeah.
This is the one that draws them into a full sense of security, and then they go out and get one, and they're like, shit, didn't act like Brandon's.
Exactly.
It's mad watching it, though, because I've kept scrubs myself, and, like, that thing's broken, surely, man. Like, that's so calm. It's amazing to see like an animal that way as well.
Yeah. They're cool, man. I'm not like a big advocate for scrubs as pets. I mean, in general, I think it takes a certain type of person to work with a scrub python, and yeah, maybe their aggression is a little overly hyped sometimes, but I think that's for like the public's own good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the last thing I want is for some kid to try to talk their parents into getting a scrub python because I said it was fine on some freaking video, and then here we go. You know, so I'd rather err on the side of these are the most angry, aggressive beasts in the world, just for everybody's own good. And once you're ready to keep scrubs, you're not going to give a shit what I have to say about it anyway. So whatever. I feel like I feel like me overhyping their aggression a lot of the times isn't so much to be cool. It's more for like the greater good. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And like you say, you always get individuals in certain species. Am I right in saying that I think was it one of the carpet fests, and I can't remember who it was who got out a scrub, and you fell in love with it there and then, and thought, all right, I've got to get one. Am I right in that?
No, I've been keeping scrubs for about 12 years.
Okay. Absolutely.
But David Means, that scrub was badass. Yeah, no, that did happen. I was at Northeast Carpet Fest. Sorry, trying to put him away. And David Means had about a 14-foot Southern there that I was pretty entrenched with. I mean, that thing was freaking badass. That's the biggest Southern I've ever seen. I mean, she's huge. You know, like I said, my girl's gravid for the second year now, and she's still probably only like 9 feet. You know, I mean, the first time she bred, she was like 7.5 feet, not huge. And so they don't have to get that big. And I try to make sure mine don't. What are you doing, son?
It does.
My kid's got, what are you doing? You want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? Come here.
I've got one host sneezing and I've got one host coughing.
But
maybe I do need this.
Yeah. Say hi, guys.
Hey, dude.
These are my friends.
I have seen. Hello.
Day 2 in isolation. I seem to have lost all of my clothes.
Yeah, that's a common theme. That's a common theme. You see?
Brandon,
that's you right there.
Brandon, what's your lad called, mate? What's his name again?
This is Cash.
Cash, what's your favourite snake?
He can't hear you. Cash, what's your favorite snake?
My favorite snake is Juicy.
It's Juicy? What kind of snake is Juicy?
She's a python.
She is a python. What kind of python?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. What kind of python? Whatever. He knows.
I don't know anything about snakes, just like my dad.
I think he's made a decision. We need to see Juicy now.
All right. Hey, Juicy's gravid, so I'm gonna probably leave her alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see where.
We'll let you off.
I mean, hold on. She's in her hide with a male, I think. So this should be simple enough. So they're still together, just in case I'm wrong. But that is Juicy and Alcatraz.
Yeah.
So nice pair of jungles. Both great snakes, real cool. Super chill. You want to hold Alcatraz? Should probably pull him out of here anyway. Here, Cash, hold this. Thanks.
You have plenty of hands-on by the looks of it. I know jungles can be one of the sort of like safe food response. Oh, bless him. That's great, that is, mate. And I've seen plenty of videos with you, with your lad who's handling them, which is fantastic, isn't it?
Oh yeah, he thinks it's awesome. He does really well with the snakes. Obviously, there's only certain ones that I'm going to hand to him and let him work with. But he loves the jungles. None of my jungles are aggressive. They're all fine. Everybody is pretty chill. Most of my snakes are pretty chill. I mean, I've got some stuff that'll tag you, but none of my carpets really bite, dude. None of them that are over a year old, at least.
Mine are the same, mate. Really, really chilled. Never had an issue with them.
Right.
You just have to give them to Hoss for a little while, mate, and you'll see a different side of them.
Yeah, won't take long. See this guy. Give me 1 second. Let me put this one back.
Okay, the dude.
Yeah, I literally have the ability to piss anything off. It's amazing. In the end, don't you two know about it?
We can't blame the snakes, can we?
Not at all. The thing with that, I smell a rat on the stuff.
What's my excuse then? All my snakes hate me and all.
Yeah, but you're like
Some of yours are okay.
Hobbits and rodents are like that and that.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. It's like a love-hate.
Yeah.
Like, do I bite him or just do I wait for the right time? Or...
Right. You guys want to see some ivory stuff? It's kind of my thing I'm the most excited about. Oh, you good? Cashman down. You good? All right. Good save. All right. So this is one of my favorite things that I have right now. I've been really excited about it for a really long time. And I can't wait for them to just grow.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, there we go.
Are these Nick Mutton specials?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
The white and black.
He does produce some amazing ivory stuff.
This reverse camera's got me screwed up. Sorry. It's pretty freaking sweet.
So
just white.
They last year's, Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, black and white. It's 20 years of selective breeding, man, just over and over and over and over and over again. And this one's, pure blood from the original line.
Yeah,
hasn't been out crasted. It's a baby snake. You want to pet it?
He's so cute.
Yeah, he is super cute, huh?
He's so cute.
All right. This one's cool. There's a lot of stuff that's cool. This one's cool.
Yeah, look at his name.
Yeah, this is Data, huh?
Yeah.
We like Data, don't we?
Yeah. He was
right here. So, if I can get this right.
Oh, look at the patterning. Yeah, stunning.
Yeah, the pattern's pretty sweet. I can't get this.
There you go.
Just a cool zebra. This is my holdback.
Well, where are your friends go?
What are you doing?
So
nice.
What have you got in that with regards to lineage, Brandon?
So this one is pure jungle. There's, let's see, Harris, Lazic, Chouette, well, the Chouette is kind of Larry Black. I have to. There's like 5 lines that are in there that go back. So I'd really have to look. I have a full lineage chart. There's 2 different. There's some Tully in there. There's some Palmerston in there. Which obviously that doesn't count anymore. Oh yeah, all jungle.
All jungle, but just different lineage of jungle to create sort of like a different pattern and colors. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a zebra. Alcatraz, the one that he was just holding, that's the sire, and then the dam looks like she's gravid. She's held up in here. That'll be her second clutch. So hopefully I get a repeat pairing this year, man. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah,
that'd be really sweet. Yeah, I don't know what all's gonna happen in here, man. I'm hoping I can get some Port Douglas locality coastals. That'll be awesome. Hoping I can get some Brisbane locality coastals. That'll be awesome. Scrubs, jungles, Bradley.
You Americans love your localities and this, that, and the other. And we just don't seem to be able to get the stuff over here at all. There's no interest.
I was gonna say, Paul Harris has got plenty, dude.
It's just Paul Harris, really. There's not really. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't really see that much. You see Phillies and Parmesan's every now and again. That's about it.
I think over here in the UK, there's been a lot of cross subspecies to create different morphs and different looks, but we've lost that locality of actually let's use the actual subspecies and just use localities of that species or different lines of that subspecies to create what we want, and then you've got a pure animal that looks the way you want it to. And it's got the right patterning and the right colours, which is probably the way that I would like to go down that road, if I'm honest with you.
Well, I like morphs. I do have plenty of morphs, but I like to keep them pure. I used to cross a lot of stuff. I'm oh my God, purist. It's just your tastes change over time. It's like with beer. It's like with beer. You start drinking beer, and it's usually a lager or some sort of a light beer, something really easy. As your taste develops, you get into the IPAs, the porters, the stouts, the et cetera, et cetera. Snakes are kind of the same way.
At the moment, you can't buy any of that. The only beer you can buy at the moment is fucking Corona.
The Strongbow.
Have you not noticed? Literally, so only Asda, like Walmart over here, and there's just nothing at all. There was about 10, 15 crates of Corona. And I was just like, what the hell?
But people are stupid, they will avoid that.
So it's pretty cool here. So obviously the breweries, the tasting rooms, everything's shut down, but they can still deliver. So we have people delivering growlers of beer, craft beer from the local breweries door to door. So I can go online, get an app, and order a growler of one of my local favorites.
It's freaking. Percentage of the beer over there is no good though, is it?
Most of the stuff I drink is like 11.5.
You'd be classed as a functioning alcoholic over here if you drunk that type of stuff.
Same. Yeah, same here. Yeah, absolutely. That sounds appropriate. What are you doing, Cash? Being weird.
I want to have.
Go on, Cash.
Oh my God.
He was singing Baby Shark. Yeah.
Bless him.
3.5.
Okay, so when did you introduce him to your?
Pretty much immediately. I mean, as soon as I felt comfortable with him sticking his hand out and touching the snake with one finger, then that's where we started, and went from there, and probably went a whole year of him holding a snake while sitting in my lap. You know what I mean? Where he'll sit in my lap, and there'll be a snake in our hands, and he'll kind of get used to it. And as soon as he started not freaking out, now I trust him about 30, 45 seconds at a time. He doesn't get to hold him longer than that, but if I know that it's a cool snake and I know that it's going to be chill and I can get him to sit down Indian style, then that's all good and fine. He hasn't been bit yet. He is absolutely going to. I, as a father, am okay with that. It doesn't matter.
How do you think it's going to go? It's going to go one or two ways, isn't it? It's going to go, oh my God, it bit me. That's amazing. Or, oh my God, it bit me. Don't ever put a snake near me ever again.
Probably that. Yeah. But I see it as like a rite of passage, so it's fine.
The way I would see it is like, when you take your little one for their injections and you think, oh my God, and it's like, oh. And then it's like that. Oh, it didn't hurt so much. There might be a bit of a sting, but yeah.
I'm taking you guys outside.
Just got serious.
No, he's just there's a lot going on in there right now.
What's the time over there at the moment?
12:30.
Oh, so 12:30 in the afternoon. Beautiful sunny day by the looks of it. Weather's been fantastic over in the UK actually since we've all been shoved in lockdown.
We're not allowed out of our houses at all, and
the weather just got amazing.
It's so
that's wild. How long have you guys been on lockdown for?
Monday evening.
Okay,
Monday evening. Really?
Same as us, pretty much.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about it taking that much longer for you guys to start doing quarantining than like Italy?
Well, they were saying that we was sort of like a few weeks behind Italy, and the fact that Italy are in a really bad place at the moment doesn't fill me with confidence. I don't know what Hoss and Danny think.
Well, we had 1,400 new cases yesterday. We're catching up to you guys quick.
Holy crap.
And we said, was it 8,000 cases now, Mike? Is it?
Yeah, I think there's over 8,000 cases now in the UK.
Yeah.
I mean, we have just literally built like a military-style hospital in Exhale, London, for 5,000 beds.
The NEC as well, mate.
NEC. Oh, okay. Yeah. You know, my wife works in one of many private hospitals that we've got in the UK. They've sold all the beds to the NHS, so we know it's coming. It's I keep on saying, though, we're at war and nobody's actually dropped a bomb here yet. So if some people are out there, you know, I think the police in Birmingham split up a barbecue yesterday, and there was 30 people in Birmingham just sort of like all having a party around a barbecue.
If you look at the stats as well, so the US have got like 60,000 cases.
Jesus. I stopped looking just because the testing is so behind everything.
100%.
And there's so many people there's so many people that are sick that aren't getting tested that it's going to skyrocket. Yeah, once all the tests are available, it's going to skyrocket. It's not going to be accurate. It's just it's fear at this point, which is cool. It's healthy. We should have a little bit of fear. I get it. But like, I don't know. I'm just trying to stay safe, dude.
If the stats are true, you've got 60k cases, you've had nearly 900 deaths, whereas we've got just over 8,000 cases and 430 deaths. So, like, we've got half your deaths, but like, well, not as many cases. It's not.
Yeah, but like Brandon was
we have
saying,
a lot of
that's because we've hardly tested anybody yet, so
Oh,
we don't know. We don't know. There could be 3 times the amount of that who have got it, which will bring the percentage of the deaths, the mortality rate right down. So
yeah, we'll see. But I think again, it's like at first I was talking about this. I'm going to go out and do this. I'm going to do that. And reality is we've now locked down, and it's like I ain't been out of the house. You know what I mean? It's a lot more serious than you think, isn't it?
Yeah. And China's struggling with it again, aren't they? It's all coming back again.
Oh, I missed that news.
They seem to have disappeared, and then, well, not disappeared, but obviously they calmed down. They was like, right, okay, we'll start relaxing the rules, and now it's come back in again.
Yeah, they're not reporting that here. That is not on our news, which I'm not surprised.
It's ever so funny, and we have spoke about this. We'd probably like to get a few keepers on from different locations around the globe, because we're all being told different things. I've got friends in Italy who are saying you are not even being told the half of it yet, how bad it is over here. There's people in Spain who are saying the same again. So it would be interesting to get a number of keepers from around the world to have a conversation about you watch this till we shut down now.
Right.
About what is actually going on in our
everyone save this. Everyone save this video, so we've got a copy of it.
Yeah, quick, save it.
We've gone off now. I fair drive.
That's it. We're fucked.
But yeah, it's funny how things aren't being reported in different places. I think we're being drip fed by the media for a number of reasons, probably to stop mass hysteria, but is number one.
Yeah.
And also to give people time to prepare for what's about to come.
Yeah. Things to do during quarantine. I've started
buy stock.
Yeah.
Buy the shit out of it. Right, like last week. And
that's typical American, that isn't it? Just get it all.
Buy.
Yeah, just
Britain's going, just take a loaf of bread here and that'll do me till tomorrow. But
Tiger King on Netflix is worth watching. I've done 2 episodes so far. And Mr. Crutchfield's in it, believe it or not, in the first episode.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about Tiger Hunter or Tiger King or whatever?
Tiger King.
Yeah.
I'm Team Joe, man. That dude's a freaking nutcase. That dude's great. Oh, what a horrible person! I love him.
To be honest, both sides of the spectrum. You got Carol, whatever woman. She's a dodgy. Right? Joe's fucked in the head. The whole thing is just like two horrible people arguing with each other.
Yeah,
like,
that's how I feel about Trump. What an absolute nutter! I love him.
He's crazy. He's crazy. I'm really bummed. I don't know what's gonna happen if there's like no election this year, because I'm gonna be so bored. I mean, win or lose, it doesn't matter who I'm gonna support. That shit was gonna be entertaining.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like primetime TV.
I am so ready for season 2 of America. You know, like.
Thing is, it doesn't really matter if you like Trump or not. At least he does what he says. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
he's a man of his word. You can't fault that.
You know what I mean? He's full of crap and he talks out of his ass all the time, but at least he does what he says.
He follows it through.
Even if it's so fucking wrong. Oh man.
Our politicians they'd wear a black vest top and try and convince you it's fucking purple. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Everyone's freaking out, dude. It's the damn apocalypse. I don't know. I'm here with my snakes. Luckily, I have my reptile room to kind of keep me centered and grounded and family. And, you know, I feel lucky that I have this to focus on right now, because as soon as I'm just done, I come in here, I turn on some really bad hip hop, and I just zone out for hours. And it's just how I'm getting through right now, man. Not a lot of alcohol. Yeah.
You need to unmute your microphone, Mike.
I did realise that, as you did, and we both pressed it at the same time. I was saying, Brandon is like the American version of Danny, isn't he?
Do you know what? It's funny. Brandon, I was just about to say Biggie or Tupac.
Oh, both, man.
A little bit of both. Yeah, you're literally like me. And nobody says that. No one says that. A little bit of both. When someone asks me, I say, it depends what day of the week it is.
Well, for different reasons. I mean, when it came to just raw rhyme schemes and just skill, Biggie. But when it comes to telling a story and being a revolutionist and pushing, you know, what you're trying to, like, having a message and delivering that message, Tupac.
Oh, you know, absolutely, 100%.
How do you think Tupac?
Who are we talking about? Who are these? Two pack of what? A 2-pack of what?
Oh man!
I'm showing my age now.
I was going to say, Phil, they're pretty much your era.
Yeah.
Maybe just after a little bit after.
But I went off into the rock direction as when I was younger. And
you were emo.
I'm not. No, if I'm honest with you, I listen to all types of music. From like Elton John right the way through to Eminem to some of the heaviest rock, Pantera, things like bands like that. You know,
have you heard Eminem's new song? How fucking quick does he rap on that?
Eminem's
Hold
new
on.
song.
That's Brandon. He's got an emergency call out now. Look,
Eminem's latest trap style is something else.
Your mic, Brandon, so you can talk about your sex life. It's fine. You didn't get that, mate. You've muted.
Oh, we're good.
There's not another fire truck down a hole, is there?
So, how long have you got before, mate? Because I know you got work.
I'm still waiting for my wife to come home. We work for the same company, and she needed to go in this morning and handle some business, and now I need to go in and handle some business. So that's kind of how it works right now, because we don't have any childcare, so we're just kind of both taking half days until further notice. So at least we're both sort of working, you know.
And at least you're working for the same company, so they'll probably understand a little bit better.
Yeah, they have to. Which one do you need right now? You know, because we serve very different roles. I'm more in the sales department. I'm the one that comes out and figures out what's going on. But my wife is the executive assistant, so she's dealing with all the behind the scenes. Yeah, she's dealing with all the behind the scenes paperwork and kind of getting everything that needs to be done and addressing the thing.
That sounds amazing. That actually sounds.
That sounded like
Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. You might have gone all weird. Does that make your partner your boss a little bit?
No.
No,
it's different.
No, not at all. At all. No, get out. No.
Okay, so you guys, you've had all.
She's gonna watch this later and be like, "I fucking told you."
Yes, I'm your boss.
Your shows, they've all been cancelled, right?
What's that?
What? Sorry.
Your reptile shows, they've all been cancelled.
Oh yeah, they're done. Yeah, Tinley Park got canceled like the day before it happened. Yeah, so a whole lot of people flew out there and drove out there, and we're just like, oh, there's no show. I think it was like 3 weeks ago, right before, like it was like the world literally, like the United States just started shutting down, 2 or 3 days before the show. So I think it was the day after the NBA canceled all their games.
I know Carly was talking today about one that's just been closed. I think it's one sort of like local to her as well. And she was saying it was going to be kind of a big deal, so she's a bit gutted about it. But
Doncaster was cancelled. No, we've only got one show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The difference is we're not travelling thousands of miles to get to it. You can imagine that Tinley, people are travelling thousands and thousands of miles just to get there, and then they cancel it the day before. They're already there. you know?
Right.
It must be. Yeah, you'd be gutted.
Yeah, you would.
Oh, well, hey guys, I gotta run. It's that time.
Brandon, it's been a pleasure speaking to you face to face. We've known each other for quite a while with regards to the sort of like the carpet pythons and seeing you do your stuff on sort of like carpet python, the carpet python site. So it's been a pleasure to sort of like speak to you face to face. Shut up, man. Look at him. He's been quiet all night.
Well, he missed the first time you guys had me on.
No, I was away when we had you on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Right?
I'm only part time, you say.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. You guys stay safe and take care of yourselves. All right.
Just a favor. Next time you come on the show, can you not wear an orange t-shirt?
Dude,
why?
I like this shirt, man. It's loud. It's loud. Everything that I have is black except this shirt. So I just felt like I needed to be a little louder today.
Brandon, you need to go on our website and get one of these and pin it up there in your room.
All right. I can do that. I don't have any fucking wall space. Oh, there we go. I found something.
Get it up there.
Perfect.
Different guys as well.
Look after yourself, bro.
Brandon. Take it easy.
See you, Brandon. So when Brandon goes, Danny, you said that you had something special for us tonight. One of my favourite new features. He's forgotten. You had a DIY Danny to do.
I can't. I've no hardware stores are open. I couldn't get anything.
Sorry, he's sacked. Right, mate. I'm not even going to add him back in. He's not coming back in.
I'm adding him back in.
No. Bye. Go fuck off. You're not used to going all. No, fuck off, both of you. Right, okay. So, thanks for tuning in. Looking at it.
He's like, I'm coming in. He's coming
right,
in.
Danny, me and you. Yeah.
Bye, on.
Hey. Right, okay. So, guys, keep safe. At the moment, the world is a little bit crazy. Are you putting me off?
Just say what you need to say.
Yeah, just keep safe. Staying if you do need help or anything like that, reach out to people that are around you. We all need to pull together at the moment. This is absolutely horseshit, bonkers, fucking mad. Like, on the scale of beavers and coronavirus is worse than beavers at the moment. And you all know how much I hate beavers.
Hey, beavers are amazing.
Beavers are wankers, mate.
No,
You're
they're
a
not.
wanker.
They're awesome.
No,
Yeah,
they're
you're the wanker.
Nuggets. But yeah, just keep safe. Don't do anything stupid. So if you want to help,
understand, sorry, Hoss, I know you're going, but just understand how serious this is going to get, because, and I don't want to scaremonger, it is going to get really, really serious. We're going to know people who are really struggling and are sent to hospital without a shadow of a doubt. So just abide by what they're trying to tell you at the moment. We haven't experienced it properly over in the UK yet, so we're all smiling. You know, it's not hitting us yet, but I know people in Italy and Spain who are getting hit really hard and what they're going through. So just try and listen to the guidance and stay in unless you absolutely have to go out.
Definitely.
Because things are going to change.
So what I do want to say as well is that we have said, because we're all off work, we're going to be doing more content. So if you do want to come onto this show and you want to show some animals, or you're doing anything a bit different or crazy to keep yourself occupied during this lockdown, it doesn't matter where you're on the world, then get in touch with us and show. I know there's some people that are doing homeschooling. So if you want to come and talk about that, or you want to come and talk about whatever, just get in touch, because we all need to pull together. On that note, thank you for listening. If you do want to help support our podcast, then please head on over to reptileandchill.com. Look at our hoodies and t-shirts, pillows, banners, and everything else for sale. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at the handle of Reptile and Chill. What was that, Mike?
Retro top.
Pillow.
Yeah, some old top. Yeah.
Danny's wearing his retro GTA top.
You want a pillow? You want a pillow, don't I?
There's a pillow. You can have this. This is
£10.
25 pound. No, this is extra thick. Look. So this is
Okay.
25 pound. Look how thick that is. It's like an
And you
absolute
can
monster.
wipe your ass on that quite a few times, couldn't you? It's well worth it, especially if it's 50 quid a gram for a toilet roll. That has got to be worth a few quid.
I reckon you can get at least 10 uses out of this on the old toilet.
Definitely. Guys, Luke,
you get these t-shirts still?
These amazing things. This is the man that sent them out. He's a proper
thanks, Luke.
Good brother. Lovely bloke. Check him out on Instagram.
Thanks for getting me one. Thanks for getting me one after you felt bad. After I made you feel bad.
You'd have had it if Hoss had given him your address quick enough, mate. I reckon he did it on purpose.
Podcast this week. Who we got on?
I don't know. Does anyone care? Has anyone even listened to our podcast?
I don't think so. Emma Lawler is on this week, coming out Monday.
Is that see, because we're ahead a little bit now? Is that who it is? Emma Lawler?
Emma Lawler. So we're going to be talking about genetic barcoding, work. She works at a college zoo.
Pole dancing.
She was pole dancing. We didn't talk about that.
She's
didn't
talk about that.
She's pole danced to keep her education going for a while. And I tell you what, Jesus.
Did you like the video?
Wow. As soon as I pointed out the pictures, I mean, we all went really quiet and we was all going during the podcast, we was all checking out the photos.
And
tap.
And next week's podcast is going to be different as well, because we've got Thomas Chipperfield on, I believe. So that should be good.
You believe?
I believe.
Tigers.
Yeah. We'll find out in the next 20 minutes whether he returns.
Tigers and all the big cats he works with, doesn't he?
He could have actually been eaten by a tiger, so he might not even turn up.
What's worse, coronavirus or a tiger?
I'd say coronavirus.
Nah, tiger's badass. Coronavirus is like
my favourite animal.
Is shit,
tiger, mate.
Is that because they're ginger like you?
Wow.
Yeah. It's like at least with the tiger, you can say, well, your family, I guess, can say he got mauled and ripped apart by a fucking tiger, an actual tiger. People would be like, "What? Say what?"
Yeah,
like, a fucking tiger, because that's how badass he was. Fucking badass.
You know what?
But how Can you imagine being taken out by coronavirus? It'd be like, yeah, coronavirus got him. What can we do? Bit shit, really, isn't it? Who even needs coronavirus? I don't think we need it. It just came around, didn't it? Nobody even asked for it. Nobody invited it. It just entered everyone's lives and be like, here I am, coronavirus. How you doing? Fuck you. Tigers are where it's at. Mauled by tiger.
I know what he's doing, Danny. I'll stick up for you.
Mate,
but you are.
That's what you get. That's what you get. You put me in the limelight. That's what you get. Shit.